Ilaga, 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 ilaga.
Welcome, dear listeners of NNRO. I am Vincent Asson. Today, we shall be bringing you news about the graduation of Ntemafac Eugene Teacher, who graduated from Advanced School of Administration and Magistracy, Enam. Stay tuned. Ntemafac Eugene, son of Pa Ambrose Tamo from Wameto, who attended primary school in Wameto, secondary school in Bokova, and high school in Lycée Moliko, studied law in the University of Cham. Today graduated from Enam, Yaoundé. NS Nkap, our home-based correspondent, was there and now reports.
Dear listeners, welcome to NNR. NNR is privileged to be here in Yaoundé at the premises of the Supreme Court for the installation ceremony of the People Magistrate. NNR will begin to you live update, images and commentary. Reporting live in Yaoundé, I am NS Cap. Stay tuned.
Une question classique au point d'être académique, c'est bien celle de la tenue des magistrats. Dès l'entrée à l'ENAM, le magistrat est formaté dans les exigences de son habillement et de son agréable présentation.
Le grand patron passe.
Let us listen from Magistrate Ntemafac Eugene himself.
Congratulations, Magistrate Ntemafac Eugene. Welcome to NNR. You were today sworn in as a magistrate. What difficulties do you face and how were you able to overcome those difficulties?
Thank you, NNRO, for giving me the opportunity to assess my training from the National School of Administration and Magistracy, Enam, to today. It has been a difficult task, from the theoretical part, academic part, and practical part. So today, we're running on with the swearing in, which is one of the most important part of the training phase of the magistrate. So it has not been an easy task, but we thank God today, as you can see, we are all jubilating. And we thank God Almighty for giving us this opportunity, for leading us through.
As a jurist, what advice do you have for Nwe population?
As a jurist, I thank the Maya population, all those that turn out here to encourage us, to push up forth. I thank them, and as an advice, I always say, even when people love us, they should not look for problems. More people should be law-abiding citizens that I know that they are. Thank you.
What prospect do you have in this your career as a magistrate?
Well, as every young man, you dream to grow higher. My dream is to go higher and higher. To be one day at the Supreme Court like we saw today. One of our father and our mentor, Lord Justice Joseph Fompe. Yeah, so I I pray and I know that I'm going to work hard, to follow his footsteps. So I think that judicial ladder.
Thank you, my lord, for speaking to NNR.
Thank you too.
That was Magistrate Ntemafac Eugene Temo Teacher. Let us also listen from his wife, who is also a jurist, who also studied law in the University of Chang.
Madame Ndunkominet Epous Ntemafac, welcome to NNR. You have been with Magistrate Ntemafac for a long period of time. You have been with him throughout this his success. What were some of the difficult moments that he faced during this period, and how do you do to help him through that process?
Good evening, Mr. Journalist from NNR. First of all, I wish to say thank you for coming to this great occasion. Thank you for taking the time out to come and be part of the occasion and live for it. And thank you so much for deeming it necessary for me to be able to say a word as far as educational career is concerned. As we all know, education is something that always, in fact, a success story always has at times some difficulties or painful moments in everybody's life. So, and one of them, that's where I will start from, is that him being one of the first persons in the family to have gotten to that position, it was not so easy, because most financially, it was not so easy. But we thank God that with the solidarity that reigns in the family, with the love and the unity that reigns in the family, everybody was able to put hands together, put hands on deck, and this community to where it is today. And I wish to thank the family greatly for that. I wish to thank friends and well-wishers for all their support during this period.
You are a jurist. Magistrate Ntemafac is a jurist. What advice can you give to young Nwe people?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Because when we met, when many people discovered that both of us were jurists, so many people were so afraid of the relationship. The fact that he's a jurist and I'm also a jurist. But I can say, with the help of God and with love being the foundation of everything, the family has been together and is going to grow from strength to strength. And I wish to advise everybody to know that being a jurist does not mean that you have to carry the law on your forehead and move with it. When you are a jurist, it's good to know the law, it's good, but it does not mean that everywhere that you go, you have to show that you know the law. So us being together as jurists, that it will help us to grow together and to grow as a family. And I wish to advise all the young ones going that being a jurist is something that is very interesting. So everybody should know that being a jurist and getting married to a jurist or two jurists being together is not like maybe two lions living together as people always say. When there is love, everything is possible. And when the woman knows her place in the family, as I believe that God has made me at least to understand certain things from some of the women that I have been around, from some of the great women that I have been with them, I have learned a lot on how to be with my husband despite the fact that I am a jurist. So nobody should be afraid of a jurist. Either you have a jurist as a wife or a husband, you should either love the person and support the person in what the person is doing so that you can go together.
Thank you for speaking to NNR.
You're welcome, Mr. Journalist.
The CEO of NNR was the classmate of Magistrate Ntemafac Eugene. They both studied law in the University of Chang. CEO, tell us, how was Ntemafac Eugene when you were in school with him?
Thank you for that great question. Ntemafac Eugene Tamo, today magistrate, was a very good student when it comes to this course, administrative law. In fact, he was the one who used to lecture us, especially myself, because that time, within that period, I was very busy doing some things, and I used to come to school at times. I was not regular in school, so he was the one who even gave me that course. He photocopied the course for me, administrative law course. So I think Ntemafac Eugene, with his training in the University of Chang, with his training at Enam Yaoundé, I think that he has been built up as a good administrative judge, either at the legal department or at the judge. As a judge, I see him as one of the best, or he will be one of the best administrative judge in Cameroon, because in our days back in the university, especially in level 2, University of Chang, he was one of the best students when it comes to administrative law course. For experience,
Thank you, CEO. Now, based on your experience, do you think that Ntemafac Eugene has the experience to manage? Do you think he would be a good administrative judge, because he has just been graduated as an administrative judge and he has been posted to Boya, Southwest region of Cameroon? Do you think he has the experience?
For experience, I see him to be well equipped, because when he was on internship in Douala, he worked with most of the judges. I know he's someone who he always want to know, he always want to learn. I'm sure with that study, with that internship, it has made him more a judge as we were before, because he was just a student, but today he has taken some training in court and in Enam. So I see him as he will be a very good administrative judge. Beside that, Ntemafac Eugene, when it comes to administration and leadership, he was always the one leading. He was one time the president of Nwamito Student Union. He has been as the patron. He has been as the president of this. Even in our days in the University of Chang Law, he was one of the delegates. So I think with these leadership skills, and he is always one of the coordinator or administrator when it comes to family issue. I think with this experience in his days in the secondary school, and the manner in which he handles a family issue, I think he has he has gotten some experience from all those activities, and it will make him a very, very good administrative judge. And besides, Ntemafac Eugene is someone that he likes to study. He likes to know more and more. He's not somebody who is ashamed to go and ask questions or to go and learn from anybody. I see him as one of those who want to know, who want to climb the ladder to the last step. So when I remember in our days in school, he was one of the best friends to most of the lecturers. It was because of his humility. He was humble. He was a very good student, and I think because of that, he's gonna be a very good administrative judge. But one thing I will tell our viewers is that if you love Ntemafac Eugene Tamo, today magistrate, just do good things, don't do bad things, so that at least he will be happy with the people of the BLM. Thank you once more, Mr. Journalist, for talking to me. I think Ntemafac Eugene Tamo, from my experience, he's gonna be a very good administrative judge, either at the bench or at the legal department. Thank you once more.
It should be noted that Magistrate Ntemafac Eugene had been groomed on administration and management since from his days of the secondary school. He was the class prefect, and in high school he was the class prefect of his class. Still in the University of Chang, he was the delegate, that is the class coordinator. So Eugene had for a long time been working with the administration. So he has the experience. He must be acquainted with the experience, the administrative experience. We wish you luck, and Congratulations, Your Honor.
Sonko, Songaga, Bensipita Bona Gombia, Bensipita Bona Gombia, Bensipita Bona Gombia, Shake Bless, Kifo, Papite, Papite Bogombia, Papite, Papite, Papite Bogombia, Papite, Papite, Papite Bogombia, Papite, Mutani Zobe, Songaga,
Adam se wate bange.